Howdy, Cherry here, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit strange compared to some of my last videos, but this thing just came out and it took over my entire brain, so I kind of have to talk about it if I want to get a video out this week. The thing I'm talking about is, of course, Splatoon 3 Side Order, the recent DLC expansion to the latest Splatoon game. As most of my followers probably aren't Splatoon players, they probably don't know anything about Side Order, but if you do care about spoilers at all, this is your opportunity to click off the video because I'm not going to be able to talk about this without spoiling everything. This isn't like a review or anything, I have so many thoughts about Side Order in my brain and I need to get them out somewhere so I can stop going insane over this video game. Anyway, Side Order is really good. It is really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I've been playing it like almost non-stop since it came out. Like I have work and I've got IRL things to do, but like all of my free time has almost exclusively gone to climbing this tower. I've already 100%ed it. I cleared all the pallets. My first time I cleared Agent 8's pallet was doing a low hacks run. I think I had 2 active. I haven't done a no hacks run yet. I would like to at some point. I'm sure I could. I just need to get better about not dying. I haven't quite 1000%ed it yet. I have gotten all of the Marina dev diaries, all of the titles associated with the enemies and stuff, but I haven't gotten all of the dialogue for all the color chips yet, and I haven't gotten everything out of Cypher's siftings. Side Order is so fun though. I've never actually played a roguelite game like this before, or a roguelike for that matter. I don't even know what the difference between the two are. I just assume that because like roguelite has the word light in its name, it makes it a little bit easier than a roguelike. I always thought that game genre wasn't for me because I tend to get like really frustrated really easily, especially when I die a bunch, and that sort of game is built around dying over and over and over. But this is the first time I've actually like enjoyed a game even when I lose over and over and over. Maybe it's just because I'm already so familiar with Splatoon's mechanics that being able to like go into this tower over and over and die over and over is still really fun to me, just because like I have a decent grasp on like how Splatoon works. Also, it does play a lot like Salmon Run, and I really like Salmon Run. That's like my favorite game mode. So I get to play Salmon Run without ever having to worry about any of my teammates screwing up. It's great. It's phenomenal. Story-wise, I think Side Order is fine. It's a little bit sparse, but I'll be honest, looking at the single-player campaign stories before Octo Expansion and after Octo Expansion, I feel like OE is just like an outlier in terms of quality of story writing. Because OE was really good story-wise, and it had like a fun, unique take on the campaign thing for its time. Side Order easily clears Octo Expansion in terms of gameplay though. Like, for real, it does get kind of repetitive, but I don't really mind. I like mowing down hordes of enemies. I like coming up with random challenges for myself, and I even enjoy like failing at it. Splatoon's base mechanics are already really fun, so any excuse I get to experience them in a new way is just fun. Oh yeah, I was talking about the story. I don't mind how sparse the story is, really. The way they delivered the story is basically the same that they've delivered every other story. It's just like the content isn't really like there's a lot that's said in the dev diaries about like souls and memories and how it relates to Kamaboko and stuff, but like it's not nearly front and center enough, especially with the sheer number of times that you go face Smollusk. I feel like it could have been a little bit more front and center, and I am glad that there's like a reason Smollusk exists and it's not just like, oh, that's Marina's child. He basically is, but there's like more of an explanation for him and his motives. I'm glad he got redeemed at the end. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He deserves to have a little bit of fun sometimes. And Oct being there and Cypher being there as like non-binary moments, that's really fun. Oct is canonically uses they them, and Cypher has no gender, and I assume it uses its pronouns because of that. Cypher has got to be my new favorite NPC actually. It's just so weird and so freaky, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just a little guy. It's so silly. It's so shapes too, and I appreciate that. I'm like losing my mind. There are no coherent thoughts coming out of my brain, and editing this is going to be a nightmare. I feel like the story is basically fine. It gives a decent motivation to the characters for what they're doing. It's not super well tied into the story, but that's been most Splatoon story modes. It's got some fun ties to like the bigger world. I think a lot of people get really disappointed at like how the story unfolds after like you clear the tower the first time and you don't have as much context for what's happening. But like as you get like the devlogs and stuff, it starts to make like a little bit more sense. You think about like, oh, okay, so this is this thing and that's that that thing, and oh, that's why this thing happened. Okay. I can't give any coherent examples right now because my brain is actively being fried by this game. And I don't know, I think it's fine. The story is fine. I'm more in it for the gameplay anyway, and the gameplay is like god tier. We also got Octolore, which is fun. I didn't think we were gonna ever see them again after Octo Expansion, but when they were in that second trailer, I was like, holy shit, that's dead fish. Also, I love how they did another DJ Octavio's fake out for Marina. Everyone thought that Marina was gonna be like the final boss that we had to rescue, and we did have to rescue her, but it was like immediate, and then she helped us out the rest of the time, which I don't know, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed that, because I don't know, I didn't want like another like Splatoon 2 hero mode thing, where it's like, oh, she's mind controlled into being evil by some other thing, and then we gotta free her and then fight that other thing. There wouldn't have been enough like build up to the secondary villain, you know? So I like that we got Order immediately, basically, as soon as we got to the top of the tower the first time. We probably could have heard more from Order or just done more with the memories in general, narrative-wise or gameplay-wise or whatever. I see like criticisms or rewrites of Side Order, and I think that would have made the gameplay actively worse though. Like, this gameplay is actively good, it's really good. That would have made it bad. I don't want to give like any specific examples because I don't want to put anyone on blast or anything, but I think what we got right now is fun to play, and I want to play a fun game. I don't really care as much about the story. Side Order was made directly for me, and I like it the best. Oh, also, my favorite chip types are Power and Drone, if you couldn't tell from the colors in this drawing. This isn't actually how my 8 looks, this is how my player looks. I played Splatoon 3 and then went back and played Octo Expansion, so my player character and my Agent 8 are two different guys in my brain, and I played as Agent 8 in Side Order. And yeah, I think that's all the coherent thought I'm gonna be able to get out of me right now. Next week I should go back to my normal character design, redesign stuff. We'll go back to regularly scheduled programming the next time I upload. My brain is stuck in the Memverse, and I have to go play it again for like the 3rd time today. Anyways, that's all from me. I've been Cherry, and I'll see y'all next time.